trunks, they ever ready. Assault and battery, if you scared, you never ready.
Okay, I'm here for a video hyping up a pay-per-view that I'll be attending this Sunday in Buffalo, New York, Battleground. To be 100% honest with you guys, I am not looking forward to this pay-per-view at all. I feel bad because, I did spend the money, bought the tickets, and, 3 days before the actual show, kind of pointless to try selling them. I already kind of made a little trip out of it. It's what I usually do when I go to Buffalo, but the past couple pay-per-views, Night of Champions was the last pay-per-view I attended in Buffalo. I had second row seats for that, and the card was pretty shitty that time too, but the fact that it was like the first time I was sitting on the floor that close, at least, for a pay-per-view, that's what made it exciting for me. The last Raw I went to was the old school Raw in Buffalo, and that, once again, I was fourth row ringside, and it was old school Raw, so, I had no complaints at all. One way or another, I was part of something special. Battleground, there is a match that has been, honestly, it's been overplayed. I'm not really, at first Orton and Bryan was cool, but now, as the weeks go on, you kind of get less and less interested in it. To be quite honest, I know it's not the most popular thing to say, but a lot of people, including myself, have jumped the shark with Daniel Bryan. He's great, and he's amazing, but the fact that he's already a two-time WWE champion, and just, over the weeks, it hasn't been as interesting as I would have liked. So that match, of course, Bryan's going to win, maybe not, but, I've kind of gotten used to the fact that if he does win, he's going to end up getting screwed out of it, one way or another. So pretty much I'm wasting my money investing in this match and investing in this pay-per-view, when really at the end of the day, he's not even going to have to get the belt. And if he does, why put it on a pay-per-view like Battleground? Then you have Alberto Del Rio versus Rob Van Dam. Now this has potential to be fine. Del Rio, I don't remember the last hardcore match he did, but Van Dam, same thing. I remember in TNA he did a ladder match with Bobby Roode, and that's about the only thing I remember of the match itself. But, that's really the only match I'm kind of hopeful to be. Actually, that's a lie. The Goldust and the Rhodes family, that's something that honestly I'm looking forward to the most. Because A, it's the Shield, and the Shield matches are always great, and two, Goldust in his match on Raw literally just blew everyone away. And I think that, it's a pay-per-view, may not be a very good pay-per-view, but it's a pay-per-view nonetheless. I think he'll really put on his A game, and I think Cody's more, motivated and all this and that to really have a decent spot on a card for once. But then you got Brie Bella versus, who was it, AJ? I don't expect a lot out of this match at all, so that's enough for that. And then you got Curtis Axel versus R-Truth. And once again, you got Axel, who literally gets his ass kicked every week by CM Punk. And then R-Truth, who kind of just comes out of nowhere and just randomly gets a title match. I don't know. And then the kickoff show with Damian Sandow and Dolph Ziggler. This looks more like a glorified SmackDown or a glorified Raw than it does an actual pay-per-view. Ryback and CM Punk, sure, it's something kind of okay. The story's been okay, the build-up, but let's not forget, was it 2 years ago or last year? Where it was last year's Hell in a Cell, where CM Punk faced Ryback. It's not a new match. It's not something we've never seen before. And if you guys remember, those matches were pretty brutal. The Hell in a Cell match, people were wondering, can Ryback really hang with CM Punk? And it was the real first match Ryback had, and it was shit. So, I tried telling Jade, I'm like, listen, I know you're excited, but do not expect a good show, because I'm honestly going in this, I'm going to walk into that building literally moping, oh, can't wait to get this over with, because I know it's a pay-per-view, I know I should be excited, but, I hope no one's really thinking of spending the $60 to buy this show, because, just the shit matches they've been putting on, especially the last pay-per-view. I felt bad for everyone in Detroit who had to sit through that, and because I was feeling bad for myself seeing at home, and I didn't even pay for it, so it's not here I'm going to be in the building, so hopefully it's a better experience than I'm making it out to be. But It's not something I'm looking forward to, and those are my predictions. You want a quick prediction? I think Bray Wyatt and Kofi Kingston are going to be involved too, so there's another great match involved, you know. Just, like I said, just a Raw with maybe, you can call it a double main event in Raw, because that's really, I don't want to go. I really don't want to go, honestly. But predictions: Daniel Bryan loses, Van Dam loses, CM Punk loses, Brie Bella loses, Damian Sandow wins, or Dolph Ziggler loses, sorry, and the Shield loses, and I should really be saying who wins, but you know I'm already done, and R-Truth loses. So once again, a very predictable. I think I'm pretty sure I'll go 8-8 on this one, but and Bray Wyatt wins, Kofi loses. Yeah, not whatever. Leave your thoughts. I'm sure there's gonna be one of you who are gonna say this has match of pay-per-view of the year written all over it, but me, not so much. I'll see you guys in the next video.